Hello, everybody. Um, so, this is my video reflection assignment, basically for the power of language. So, uh, so everything that we've heard so far, especially in that lecture, is that kind of revolves around language um, is always evolving or it's always changing, and new words are created, old words fade away, and just some words take on new meanings over time. So after watching the video, some things that I kind of realized were that language is more than just words. Um, it's how we share ideas, uh, like or feelings, or words only have meaning because we agree on what they represent, right? Because the one of the factors that I've kind of heard in the lectures is that words are just letters and marks, and we just happen to both know what they mean. So one word that I've heard a lot that, to me personally, it's taken me a while to learn what it means and how to apply it in a conversation, and that's gaslighting. When I first heard it, I was like, I hear it on like social media, and I heard people around me start to say it a lot, and conversations about like relationships, and even though the definition is simple, right? So I have to stop and think about what it means because I don't use the term very often. So gaslighting, if you don't know, is when someone makes another person question almost their reality, their memory, and their understanding of what happened, or what something happened, right? So, for example, if someone says um, something hurtful and then later denies ever even saying it, then that could be considered gaslighting. So it's a good example of how language changes, because gaslighting actually had a different meaning um, before. So it had a whole different meaning. But I mean, I mean, the behavior itself has always existed, but now there's just a common word that people use to describe it. I've also noticed other words changing. For example, sick. Uh, can mean something really cool, and shade can mean making something subtle, like a subtle insult towards someone, like throwing shade. But sick, me personally, I'm 30. I'll be 31 here in the next few months. I've used sick a lot, and I kind of still use it. But every generation has its own slang. Uh, so when I was younger, people would say cool, which is normal. Cool just means, I just want to say it means cool, but if you don't know what that means, and awesome, and people use phrases like touch grass, no cap, and fire. That's a big one. I don't know if it's still a thing now, but I've also learned that like the tone of the context matters. So, like a text message as simple as "okay" can sound normal to one person, but rude to another person, meaning they might think you're being too short with them. So, I can kind of relate in some cases, but like a newer phrase, the one I mentioned earlier, is called "touch grass." I really like this one because it kind of grounds you. No pun intended, but this phrase is used like to tell somebody that they need to step away from the internet, or step away from social media, or step away from from spending so much time on their phones, and spend some time in the real world. And usually said jokingly, touch grass, when someone's spending too much time online, but um, it can be, it's probably one of my more favorites. But an example for touching grass is you've been arguing with strangers online, or like on a video game, or something, and for 3 hours, go touch grass, so anyways, I like that one a lot. But I think the phrase touch grass became popular through memes, social media. So it paints a funny picture of someone literally going outside and touching the grass, which normally you wouldn't just go out and touch grass, but it's just more like a going out and just stepping away from technology. So, but I think the phrase will still stick around for a while because it's simple and funny. And my phone's dying, but it's easy to understand. It's an easy one to understand. But overall, I would say language is always evolving. New words like gaslighting and phrases like touch grass become popular. And while older words fade away, understanding how language changes helps us to become more competent communicators, which we've been hearing a lot lately. So words do more than just describe things. They actually help us make sense of the world and are able to help us kind of connect with one another. So that's the extent of my video reflection, and I hope you enjoyed.